Who do we have as an X factor for this series?
I gotta go with Gary. I'm going with Gary on this one. And again, I think his ability to shoot the basketball is gonna force again Embiid to play honest, right? If somebody's knocking down shots and then now, the way the Raptors play, they play 4 forwards out on the perimeter, right? And he can't just, dump himself in the paint or right outside the paint area there. And he's gonna have to move, he's gonna have to play honest, and then everybody can slash, everybody can move. So if Gary brings that component to this team and knocks that 3 ball down at a consistent clip, I think they're not gonna match up, but he's gonna force Embiid to play honest. And you want him to exert his energy on both ends of the court, right? Get him to some foul trouble, get him, displaced a bit. So I think Gary's gonna be my X factor here.
I'm gonna go with Precious Achiuwa. I think he's been so pivotal in this matchup, defending Joel Embiid, defending James Harden. And if he can knock down a 3, I'll go out on a limb here and I'll say there will be one game where Precious Achiuwa knocks down 3 or 4 triples as a 20-point game, and that could swing the series. I think he's that important to the Raptors' chances, and if he can be on the floor in crunch time defending one of those 2 guys, those kingpins for the Philadelphia 76ers, he could make a huge difference. Jevohn, we've talked about the players, but let's dig into the coaching matchup. Nick Nurse versus Doc Rivers. You gotta like the Raptors in this.
Well, absolutely, right? Like Nick Nurse has been somebody, he's been that mad scientist, and he's not afraid, especially in tight situations, to try different things. And he just throws the kitchen sink at you offensively and defensively. Just look at it. He plays this game with 4 forwards or 4 wings essentially. So he's not afraid to try different things. And I think that can throw off opposing coaches, because how will you scout this team? How do you scout this team, and what are you digging deep into when you're looking at their schemes and tactics to offset them? I don't think you have a complete grasp on them, and that makes them difficult to coach against and tough. So I got to go with Nick Nurse on this one. And obviously, Doc Rivers, he has his own struggles going on over there. I think a lot of the fans and some of the supporters of the team are questioning, why, from the big position, why they're going with DJ as opposed to Paul Reed. And so there's a lot of confusion and disruption over there as well. And the fact that you're already questioning your coach, being in the position that they're in is after a 4 seed is a lot.
Yeah, I'm with you. Nick Nurse has the advantage along with the rest of his coaching staff in this one. But you touched on that big picture. Looking at that outlook for both teams, Philadelphia's got all the pressure. You think about this season swinging big for James Harden, Joel Embiid having the type of season that he's having. And then the Raptors, a lot of people didn't have them here. At best, they had them maybe in the play-in, trying to sneak in. And they've kind of got house money here, a chance for Scottie to grow. A lot of these young guys can get a taste of the postseason. How do you see that big picture outlook impacting the series?
Philly's back is against the wall. Like you mentioned, Embiid is having an MVP season, swinging for James Harden. They armor themselves to win not just the East, to win a chip, right? And I think where the Raptors are concerned, they came into the season and there was questions of this team being a rebuild year. They're a year out of a lottery pick in which they got Scottie, and you come in this year, you start the season slow, but they turn things around. You look at it, they've only had 1 losing month during the season, which was November, and that's early on before they had chemistry. They've battled injuries, COVID, whatever the case may be. And I think they've done a great job. So I think this is going to be one of the ones where Toronto rides out and they're building, right? They're peaking at the right time. They're trending the right direction when you need to be.
Okay, having said all of that, what's your pick? What's your series pick?
I'm going to go Toronto in 4. Yes.
Whoa!
Can we do that again? I actually missed the question. No,
we're gonna rescind it. We're gonna rescind it just like Shaq.
No, I didn't hear the question at all.
Rescind it. Strike that from the tape.
All right. Okay. It never happened.
Jevohn, having said all that, who is your pick to win the series?
I'm going Toronto in 6. They got to go in there and get 2 over there, and come right back and close it out.
I can't disagree. I've got the Raptors in 6 as well. It should be a fun, long series, and we'll catch you in a couple games to review everything that's gone down so far.